The Shire was a small but beautiful, incredibly fertile land, beloved by those who lived there. That line from Tolkien has always stuck with me, because that's the dream, a place where we know the land and live in harmony with it. G'day folks, I'm Gazza the Green, and welcome to my corner of the Shire, where I'm learning to work with the land, not against it, Hobbit style. Today, we're starting our journey through the 12 permaculture principles. And the very first one, the one everything else is built on, is this: observe and interact. This principle is simple but powerful. Before you make a change, you need to slow down and watch. Let the land and the environment speak first. It's about seeing the patterns before you start planning. Watching where the sunlight falls across the seasons, how water moves through your site when it rains, what plants already thrive here, what birds show up, what bugs are around, and where the wind sneaks through. As we observe, we start to learn that nature is the teacher. When I first stepped onto the land many years ago, it was quite barren looking. There was a bit of cleared pasture, a lot of compacted soil, a couple of promising trees. There was the house, a dam, a little bit of a nature corridor down the back, and not much else. I had big plans to grow veggies and fruit trees. So I planted the trees into clay soil, which they died, veggies into sandy topsoil with no amendments or water, and they died. Over the years, I improved my gardening wizardry, learning how to grow all the different plants in my subtropical climate. And it wasn't until I learnt the first principle and took the time to look and observe that things started to change for good. I saw where the rainwater flowed and ran off. I learnt where shade covered certain areas and where the sun burnt and cooked the ground through summer. I started to notice the soil type and the lack of organic matter in it. Even noticed the wind directions through the seasons and when birds would visit and disappear. I learnt to take notes and simple sketches of my yard. Those observations saved me a lot of time and mistakes. For example, observations of the sun in summertime had shown me to use trees and shade cloth to protect my veggies and smaller trees. Reducing the hours of the sunlight and the heat on my plants improved their growing greatly. Well, you might be thinking, what's all this got to do with the Shire? Well, hobbits didn't rush into things. They knew their soil, their weather, their seasons. They gardened with care and attention, not because it was trendy, but because it was life. In the Fellowship of the Ring, Tolkien described the Shire as well ordered and well farmed. And that order came from generations of observations and gentle changes, not bulldozers or rushing plans. That's what we're trying to reclaim here, the lost art of taking your time. So, wherever you are, whether it's your backyard, a balcony, or a bit of bushland, I invite you to slow down and watch. Take a week, take a month, stand in different spots at different times of the day. Notice the little things. Let your land show you what it needs and what it wants to become. You might even find that it's quite relaxing. Thanks for joining me this week on Gazza the Green Permaculture. If you're walking this journey too, I'd love to hear your stories. Drop a comment, share what you've learnt just by slowing down and observing. And if you'd like to keep following along as we dive into all 12 principles, hit that subscribe button like a hungry hobbit hitting second breakfast. It is no bad thing to celebrate a simple life. See you next week, friends.